Hello, dear students. I welcome you all in this learning dialogue of sterile manufacturing. Let's see the learning outcomes of our learning dialogue are after watching this video, the learners will be able to define sterile manufacturing and sterile dosage forms, define parent roles, give difference between LVP and SVP, explain containers which are used for parenteral preparations. So let's start from sterile manufacturing. It is the process of manufacturing of sterile products which are free from viable microorganisms. Sterile dosage forms are those products which are free from microorganisms, which includes parenteral preparation, ophthalmic preparations, and irrigating fluids. So let's see what is mean by parenterals. The word parenterals are derived from Greek word para and interon. So what is mean by para and interon? Para means besides and interon means gastrointestinal tract. So the parenterals are those dosage forms which are given by the route other than gastrointestinal tract. Okay, let's see the properties of parenterals. It should be clear solution. It must be free from foreign particles. There should not be any foreign particles in our parenteral preparations. Then it should be free from inert gases. It must be isotonic with plasma. It must be compatible with other added substances and also to the container. It must be non-toxic and non-irritant. It must be physically and chemically stable. It must be non-pyrogenic. It must be sterile one. Okay. Now let's see the types of parenterals. As per the volume, the parenterals are classified into two groups. First one is small volume parenterals. The abbreviation is SVP, and second type is large volume parenterals and the abbreviation is LVP. So these two types could be differentiated as, so let's see the difference between LVP, that means large volume parenterals, and SVP, that means small volume parenterals. There is a criteria. First one, pack size. The pack size of LVP is 100 ml and more, and for SVP it is 1 to 99 ml. Packing container of LVP is plastic bottles, and for SVP there will be glass ampoules and vials. The vehicle used for LVP is WFI. WFI means water for injections, and for SVP it is WFI or oils like PG400. There is no any substance added in LVP, but the preservatives, microbials and antioxidants should be added in the SVP. Then sterilization, there should be terminal sterilization of LVP and aseptically filled preparations in SVP. LVPs are administered with IV set and SVPs are administered with the help of syringes and needles. The use of LVP is supportive measure or nutrients, but the use of SVP is as a diagnostic or therapeutic purpose. Let's see the containers and closures. The material used for packing of parenteral products should be of very high quality. It must be physically and chemically inert, must be adequately transparent to observe the product, do not permit diffusion, it must have adequate strength for holding the product transportation. Let's see the glass containers. Glass containers are most of choice for parenteral preparation. It is composed of silicon dioxide with percentage of other oxides such as sodium, calcium, magnesium, iron and boron. Basic structure of glass is formed by silicon oxide and boric oxide. Now let's see the types of borosilicate glass. There is a first type is type first borosilicate glass, the second is type second borosilicate glass, then type third borosilicate glass, and last one is non-parenteral glass. So let's see one by one. First is type first borosilicate glass, which is also called as neutral glass. It is highly inert type of glass. It is composed of silicon dioxide with boric oxide. Because such composition offers high resistance to alkali attack, it has high melting point, so it can withstand with high temperature range. It can resist strong acids, alkali and all types of solvents. The use of type first borosilicate glass is laboratory glass apparatus, then it should be used for injections and water for injections, for glass ampoules and vials. Now the second type is type second borosilicate glass, which is also called as a treated soda lime glass, which is made up of commercial soda lime glass that has been dealkalized or treated to remove surface alkali. The dealkalizing process is known as sulfur treatment. It is composed of relatively high percentage of sodium and calcium oxide. Sulfur treatment neutralizes the alkaline oxide on the surface, rendering the glass more chemically resistant. The uses are used for alkali sensitive products, infusion fluids, blood and plasma, and for eye preparations. Then third type is type third borosilicate glass, which is also called as regular soda lime glass. It is soda lime glass which offers moderate alkali attack and contains high concentration of not used as container for parenteral alkaline oxides, imparts alkalinity to aqueous substance. The uses are for all solid dosage forms and for oily injections. Now we will see non-parenteral glass. It is four type of borosilicate glass. These are composed of soda lime or soda ash, which is not suitable for containers used for parenteral preparations. It is used for oral uses and for liquid and solid preparations. So the Another type of containers are plastic containers. Plastic can be defined as substances which can be easily molded by application of heat and pressure. The plastics are of two types. First one is thermostat and second one is thermoplastic. So let's see one by one. Thermostat plastic is the plastic that cannot be recycled once it is fabricated. Example, bakelite, polyesters and epoxy resins are the examples of thermostat plastic. Second is the thermoplastic. This is the plastic which can be recycled, which is used for large volume parent rolls, also to the small volume parent rolls. And examples are polyvinyl chloride or polypropylene. So let's see the difference between glass containers and plastic containers. The weight of glass container is high weight materials and plastic containers are lightweight materials. The nature of glass container is brittle or fragile one, but plastic containers are non-brittle. The chemical compatibility for glass containers, it releases alkali in the solution, but plastic containers are inert one with solution or on heating. Glass containers are transparent, but plastic containers are less transparent. Now see transportation. For glass containers, the shipment needs handling with special care, but for plastic containers, shipment becomes convenient. Packing and closure sealing for glass containers with the help of machine, and for plastic containers by using fill and seal technology. Thank you students for watching this video.